How's it going, you guys? Hudson here, and today we are back with another video covering the 5 biggest takeaways I saw from the 2020 CrossFit Open season. Now, I feel like the first big chunk of the workouts this year were very different. There's a different style to them, which we're going to talk about. There's also a lot of the same things that I see people make the same mistake of every year, and we're going to dive into that as well and really help you guys prepare for the next coming season and make sure you're able to do your best a year's time, because now we get a whole year off versus 6 months, then having to do it again. And let me know down in the comments if you guys enjoyed doing it in the fall season. I didn't mind it. It's kind of weird doing it like during the holidays. I feel like it was definitely a lot less, a lot less excitement for the Open this year. But who knows? Maybe things will change next year when people have a whole year to acclimate to the change. And also, thank you guys so much for all the love you guys have been giving lately on the YouTube channel and Instagram. If you guys would like to support the channel in any way, there's links down below to discounts and products I recommend. It helps me out, helps you guys save some money, so check those out later on in the video. Now, first thing I want to dive into is there's 3:20. Well, first off, there's no particular order with these points, but the first one I want to go over is there was 3 20-minute workouts essentially in the Open season. So the first one was 20.2, which was a 20-minute AMRAP, so everyone worked for 20 minutes. 20.4, which was the pistols and all of that, and the clean and jerks was a 20-minute time cap, which unless you're a games athlete, you probably didn't finish. A lot of games athletes didn't even finish. And then if 20.5, I feel like I'm pretty proficient at muscle ups. It wasn't a super intensive rowing workout. I'm not bad at wall balls, but I was close to the time cap. My time was like 17:30-ish, something like that. So that was pretty much in that realm of another 20-minute workout. So the fact that there are so many longer workouts in this year's Open, we need to make sure we're training in this type of time domain. Even Con Porter said it when he was demoing 20.2 for the live announcement. He said that's a long workout, and I feel like for the typical CrossFit style workout, yeah, it is. But for what CrossFit is, if you look at pretty much the last 5 years of games workouts, the majority of the Metcon style, so scrapping the workouts that are just like find a heavy max or like a ruck run or something like that. Even though those I would still kind of actually categorize those the same. Anything kind of where you're getting the heart rate up. Most workouts are 15 to 25 minutes. So that's what CrossFit wants to train their athletes for, because I think that's the biggest test of fitness, is that moderate time domain of like 15 to 30 minute workouts. Yeah, you should definitely be training the super short, intense 5-minute workouts. You do the Fran style workouts. You should be doing 5K runs. You're doing long swims, do long row workouts. But I believe that I was very surprised when I heard Con Porter say that 20 minutes is a long workout. I train 20-minute workouts like 4 days out of my 5 training sessions. So that's not new to me, and that felt good. 20 minutes wasn't like, I wasn't dead at the 10-minute mark and trying to just barely hang on for the last 10 minutes. So if you feel like you're someone that's doing workouts that are very short and they're not getting up to that 20-minute time domain, on average, I would recommend you fix that. Especially if you're a coach, I would recommend you throw that more into the programming. Don't just program 10-minute burners. Make people learn how to pace, how to train their aerobic capacity, how to get their lungs better for these longer time domains, which in the long run is going to help them build that capacity to now, okay, when they need to sprint, they can also work that anaerobic pathway and be able to push when they need to. So you have to have that aerobic base, which is your conditioning, to train that anaerobic base, which is your ability to sprint. Next is dumbbells are tough. So this year was the first year we did dumbbell thrusters. It was only 4 at a time, so it was very manageable. But anything more than 4 would have been disgusting. Imagine doing like a Fran style workout or doing like sets of like 10 or 15 or 20 at a time with dumbbell thrusters. That would have definitely been a game changer for 20.2. So make sure you're throwing in plenty of dumbbell work. This is like the 3rd or the 4th year, because I'm pretty sure dumbbells came in 2017 for 17.1, which was the dumbbell snatch and the burpee box jump over workout. Pretty much every single year has had dumbbells since then, at least in one workout. So anticipate dumbbells to be in there, and I see a lot of gyms not programming a lot of dumbbells. At my gym, we do dumbbells at least once a week, if not twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. It's not that day is just dumbbells. Maybe the strength portion for that day, if there is a strength portion, will have like a barbell deadlift or a back squat or a bench, whatever. But the workout, you might scrap the barbell and then have everyone grab out dumbbells, because dumbbells are so much better. They train imbalances. They tax the body so much more because you have to stabilize 2 objects versus 1. So literally working out with dumbbells more, in my opinion, if give them the right stimulant, you're not just loading them up with 50-pound dumbbell thrusters for 100 reps and trying to just destroy them. But if it's like a 20.4 style workout where they're getting exposure to it and they're still able to move through the workout and get, get a lot of time and attention with dumbbells, it's only going to help them with their barbell movements down the road. So ask your coach, hey, can I do this workout with dumbbells instead? Or as a coach or a programmer, say, hey, I'm going to throw in more dumbbells into the program to make sure my athletes are training those dumbbells, because dumbbells are much harder than barbells, so they're going to help you get better at barbells. Number 3, again, no particular order. You need to be proficient with heavy and light barbells. Everyone thinks they have to be able, they see the 315 deadlift bar and they're like, I have to crush a 315 deadlift. Everyone sees the 275 or 225 clean and jerks, like, I gotta get my clean and jerk up. But the thing is, I know guys that did that workout that have max clean and jerks of 275, 285 that were failing the 225 bar, which is like, I would say around 70-75% of their max, which is definitely a workable weight even when you're tired. That's what we do in CrossFit. We train the ability to lift heavy weight while breathing hard. So that should not be, that's not even a fact. That shouldn't be an excuse as to why you missed a lift. So just because you can move a 95-pound barbell for clean and jerks doesn't mean that you can just forget your technique and just grip and rip once it gets heavy. I tell my athletes, or I've heard this numerous times as a coach, they say, yeah, my overhead squats or my cleans don't feel as good until I start loading up the weight. That's an excuse for lack of mobility, lack of understanding of the positioning, because you just kind of again, grip and rip and you're not really understanding how the bar actually moves with you. And if that's the case, that's going to lead to a lot of plateaus and a lot of problems when you get to heavier barbells and you want to hit PRs, you want to get heavier clean and jerks, heavy deadlifts, things like that. So I tell my athletes, especially when we're warming up. So for example, we'll do like a clean complex, the empty bar. We'll do some high pulls, we'll do some muscle cleans, we'll do some jerks presses in a jerk stance. Like, we'll warm up the clean and jerk before we even add any weight. And every single time we do that, I tell my athletes, move the bar like as if you have weight on the bar. Move the bar like it's going to be heavy. So don't just go through the motions, and then just push the bar around because it's easy. Treat the bar with respect, move it like it has weight on it, and move it very precisely and focus on what you're doing. So that way, again, when you come to the heavier barbells, your 95-pound bar and your 225-pound bar technique looks exactly the same. Nothing changes. You don't all of a sudden go from a really easy 95 to grip and ripping and just hoping the bar gets to your shoulders on a 225. That's probably one of the bigger takeaways out of the 3, in my opinion, so far. Number 4 is keep your training varied. So every single year they change it up a slight bit. This year is probably the biggest change in a while due to the fact that they added the what's the word I'm looking for? The pistols. They added pistol squats, which is a huge game changer. It's really tough for a lot of people. So make sure you're keeping it varied. You're not just doing, two-legged bilateral stuff. You are throwing in unilateral stuff. You're throwing in lunges, box step-ups. People think certain movements are a scaled version. Like, I very rarely see gyms program box step-ups. I program them all the time. I program dumbbell box step-ups, program burpee box step-ups, training them to move slower and not to have to jump and just bound up and down, force you to kind of find a pace and keep moving. And plus, stepping up versus jumping typically burns the legs a little bit more. So with that being said, the previous years they've done barbell and ring muscle-ups in 1 year. So don't just train one of them. They've done dumbbell hang clean and jerks. They've done dumbbell front squats. They've done dumbbells burpees over your dumbbells. Every single year there's a slight new movement, slight change in variation. This year they made a totally different workout style. They made the partition how you want of the 40, 80, 120. Make everything varied. Not every single day needs to be an EMOM or an AMRAP or 3 rounds for time. Make it fun, make it exciting, make it 10-minute AMRAP, 3-minute rest. Complete 5 rounds, 3-minute rest, 4 time, 2K row. Something like, make the training, even though you have a purpose behind it, it's not just random mumbo jumbo you throw into a hopper and spin. Maybe that was how it was when CrossFit first started, but now it's much more methodical and there's actually a lot that goes into a program. So don't just think you can just throw anything together and that's going to get me better. That's not the case. But make sure you have your purpose behind a cycle, maybe 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks. And then in that, you can make sure you stay on that focus while still adding that variance, while still taxing your members, making it different, making it challenging, so that way they are going to keep progressing and not start hitting plateaus too soon. 40-80-20 was like a great test in my opinion, and that was my favorite part about this year's Open. The first 4 workouts were either couplets or triplets. There was no like every 4 minutes complete X amount of work and if you finish you get to move to the next 4-minute increment. There wasn't anything like super out of the normal. It was very basic in the style of workout structures in my opinion. But that last one was a big game changer. So make sure you're keeping it varied enough to where you're working on different things all the time. Number 5, embrace the suck. I don't know what it is. Some people like to go gun-ho the first 10 minutes of a workout and then die the second 10 minutes of the workout. I saw that a lot during these 20 minutes. But people just don't seem to understand. First off, you start slower than you need to. So don't go out the gate like a bat out of hell. Start slow and controlled. And then naturally, no matter how intense you attack those first 10 minutes of a 20-minute workout, or how moderate you attack it, eventually you start getting tired. You start depleting your glycogen stores. Your muscles start to burn. Things start to get more challenging as the workout goes on. But just because that gets more challenging, it doesn't give you an excuse to go grab more water in the workout, or go chalk up extra, or go walk around and stare at the ceiling like, why am I doing this? Stay focused, practice embracing the suck, and the biggest part I mean by embracing it is you don't have to do CrossFit. No one's putting a gun to your head and saying, hey, go do this Metcon right now, and you're like hating every second of it. You enjoy CrossFit, at least I hope so, that's why you're doing CrossFit. But sometimes I'll be in a workout and I'm like, man, this sucks, my legs are on fire, I don't want to go on another run, this is so stupid. But I tell myself, well, A lot of people don't like to work out. A lot of people are sitting on the couch right now, being lazy. I'm kicking myself in the butt and I'm working hard. I'm gonna get fitter, healthier, stronger, all that jazz. 2, it's fun challenging yourself. It's fun pushing your limits. That's why people go and climb Mount Everest. That's why people go and start a business. They want to try something new and tough and challenging for the accomplishment at the end. We all know that if you go through a really nasty workout, at the very end of it, there's that great rush feeling of accomplishment that we all really enjoy and we strive to get, because in the middle, yeah, it's tough, yeah, it's shitty, yeah, it's painful, but at the very end is what it's all for, the results at the end. So try to be more positive in your thinking. Try not to let yourself get in your head and think too much about it. Keep a nice smooth pace. If you're going 70-80% effort, you should be able to hold on to that pace. And yeah, you're not going to, again, feel great, but it should be something that you can feel good enough to keep positive talk in your head to help you stay motivated to keep working towards that next rep. A workout's not going to last forever. You're not going to be an internal hell of a Metcon. It's always going to end. So keep your head forward, or eyes down, head forward. Keep working hard when you're in a workout. Stay positive and get it done so you can get that rush of gratification. And at the very end of your workouts, tell yourself, that was awesome. That was the most toes to bar I've ever done in a workout. I really pushed myself on that run. What did you get out of that workout that's going to help you for the next time? One more example before we finish up on this is I remember the first time I rode a 10K. It was the worst thing in the world. It took me an hour and a half. I was dying. It was so stupid. I hated it. I was negative talk in my head the whole entire time. Once you do your first 10K, every other 10K after that gets a little bit easier. For some of us, more than others, it might only get a tiny little percentage easier, but naturally, once you've done something before, it's easier to do it again. So if you do a 45-minute AMRAP of a grueling workout, just know the next time you do a 30-minute AMRAP, you're gonna go, 30 minutes? I did a 45-minute AMRAP the other day. This is gonna be nothing. So stay positive when it comes to your workouts. Embrace the suck, enjoy it, chase after it, and you're gonna see a lot more results and do a lot better in every workout you perform. So I hope this video was very helpful for you guys. These are 5 key points that I think a lot of people struggle with, or they don't realize that are going to actually help them do a lot better in the open season next year. So apply these now to make sure you are ready for next year's open. Finally a year away, so we can get a good break in before then. Let me know also if you guys are doing any sanctioned events. I think Granite Games qualifiers in April. I'm going to do that with my buddy Roderick. I might do some other sanctioned events, around as well. But let me know what you guys are trying to qualify for, and I might do them as well and see how we stack up. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. It helps you out a lot. Again, check out the links down below for my discount codes and all these things that help me out and help the channel out. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe for plenty more. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at ConstantlyVariedFitness, and we'll see you guys in the next video.